You should not open a YouTube channel in 2025 if you don't have knowledge of these 6 things. Otherwise, like 90% of people, you'll find yourself lamenting that YouTube is just a game of chance, and you might waste 2 to 3 years of your life. The last point is especially critical because it will elevate you from being just a YouTube user to becoming a true content creator, so make sure not to skip this video. Missing out on this could set you up for failure. Now, let's dive into the first point. Firstly, regardless of the algorithm, by the start of 2024, you should have already decided that you'll achieve a certain number of subscribers on your channel this year. You should launch a new YouTube channel and strive to get it monetized. But if a month passes without seeing any growth, you might feel discouraged. This happens because you don't fully understand how YouTube's algorithm works, and you're unaware of what YouTube expects from you. You end up just uploading videos without receiving any feedback. YouTube is a social media platform that thrives on ad revenue. And like any social media platform, YouTube primarily wants one thing from you: to keep users on its platform for as long as possible. The longer users stay, the more YouTube benefits, and it seeks your assistance in this by encouraging you to create content that keeps viewers engaged for extended periods. However, 90% of YouTubers fail to grasp this, which is why YouTube never suggests their content. Let's break this down with an example. Imagine you launch a new YouTube channel and upload a video. YouTube will recommend it to some users based on the video's title, description, and keywords. Those users will then decide whether to click on the video based on the thumbnail. This process helps YouTube determine which audience is interested in your content. YouTube will then suggest your video to people with similar interests. Following that, YouTube will observe how viewers are responding to your video. It pays attention to 2 key metrics: watch time and engagement. YouTube tracks how long the viewers it suggested your video to are watching it. If your audience is watching the video in its entirety, YouTube will promote it to a broader audience because that video is keeping users on the platform for an additional 10 to 15 minutes, which increases YouTube's revenue. However, if your video's audience retention drops, YouTube will stop recommending it because it doesn't want to risk driving users to other social media platforms by ruining their experience. On the other hand, if viewers are interacting with your video by commenting, liking, and sharing it, YouTube will continue to promote your video because it's achieving its primary goal of attracting people away from other platforms to YouTube. When your video garners comments, some users may reply, further boosting engagement. While some interactions might challenge your peace of mind, YouTube still benefits by keeping you engaged on its platform for a few more minutes. However, if your video fails to generate engagement and watch time, YouTube will consider it unworthy and cease promoting it. Many creators don't understand this and continue uploading content without any growth because YouTube isn't engaging with their content. It's essential to grasp this crucial concept. The algorithm prioritizes content that maximizes time spent on the platform. Business. One very crucial aspect to consider is that the algorithm evolves over time. Back in 2014, when the number of creators on YouTube was relatively small, it didn't really matter what type of content you were producing. Simply uploading more videos almost guaranteed that your content would go viral, because at that time, YouTube was focused on attracting more people to its platform, who were primarily migrating from radio and television. The more videos available, the greater the variety, and this naturally attracted a larger audience. However, by 2018, with the surge in the number of creators, YouTube's focus shifted from merely attracting an audience to keeping them engaged. This shift led YouTube to start promoting longer videos during that period. If you were uploading content that was 30 minutes to an hour long, there was a higher than 90% chance that your video would go viral. Then, in 2020, another significant change occurred when TikTok and Reels started gaining popularity. The audience's preference shifted from longer videos to quick, snappy content. In response, YouTube introduced Shorts. And even today, YouTube heavily promotes Shorts because they are designed to keep viewers engaged for hours without them even realizing it. This is exactly what YouTube wants, to keep viewers on the platform for as long as possible. If you begin uploading videos without a proper understanding of the algorithm, your failure is almost guaranteed. But is there any specific algorithmic factor that ensures failure? The answer is no. Quality versus quantity. If you still believe that uploading a bunch of videos will eventually make one of them go viral, you're likely to quit after wasting your time and effort. It's essential to realize that quality trumps quantity. Let's say you run 2 channels, one where you produce 4 high-quality videos a year, and another where you upload 365 average videos annually. The channel with just 4 high-quality videos would likely gain millions of subscribers within a year, while the channel with 365 average videos might struggle to even reach 10,000 subscribers. The reason is that the quality of those 4 videos far outweighs the quantity of 365 average ones. This is why channels like Mr. Bean and many others grew rapidly. They understood this principle. If it takes you a month to produce quality content, then take that time, but never settle for anything below average. The platform is flooded with content, and if your videos don't resonate with the audience, they'll simply move on to another channel. YouTube will promote those channels instead. But if viewers enjoy your content, they'll eagerly await your next upload, and YouTube will continue to promote your channel. That said, improving the quality of your videos doesn't necessarily require fancy tools, but it does demand a technique that can enhance your scripting, editing, and voiceover. While there are many other elements to consider, these 3 are fundamental. If you're interested, I can make a video covering these aspects. However, simply grasping the algorithm and producing quality content won't be enough to prevent your channel from failing. After all, if YouTube doesn't even suggest your video to viewers, what good will that content do? SEO, ALM, business. If you're unaware of how to increase returning views, generate new views, or understand metrics like CTR, RPM, and CPM, then you're essentially lost in a dense jungle without a map, where the lion named YouTube is ready to devour you at any moment. To rank well on YouTube, you basically need 3 things: a strong title, relevant keywords, and an eye-catching thumbnail. To monitor and enhance your SEO on your own, you must learn to properly interpret YouTube analytics. If you can't grasp your analytics, you won't be able to understand your audience, and the algorithm won't be able to assist you. I'll also consider making a video on how to craft the perfect title and description if there's enough demand. Specifically, if I get 1,000 comments, I'll start working on it. However, if you think you've learned everything and fulfilled all the necessary criteria for your channel, only to apply for monetization and get rejected by YouTube, it's likely because you aren't fully aware of the platform's policies and guidelines. According to YouTube's latest policy, your channel must have at least 500 subscribers and 3,000 watch hours. And monetization options like merchandise bring in minimal income. If your primary revenue stream is cut off, you won't have other sources of income to fall back on. YouTube introduced these new policies to retain its creators after TikTok lowered its standards. YouTube wanted to keep creators from leaving for TikTok. You might think that if a short goes viral, your channel will be monetized, but the earnings from shorts are minimal. Even if you get millions of views on your shorts, it doesn't guarantee significant revenue. It's easier to make regular content go viral than to make a short go viral. But YouTube has led you to believe otherwise, causing you to waste time and effort. If your goal is to go viral, shorts are a good option, but if you're aiming to build a career on YouTube, shorts may not be the best platform for you. Additionally, with the rise of AI trends, YouTube has implemented several policies regarding AI, but nowhere has the use of AI-generated voices been banned. Fine. However, if you clone an AI voice and use it in a video as if it were your own, that's where the problem arises. Similarly, using AI to edit voice content is acceptable, but if you take someone else's content, use AI to modify it, and then upload it, you could face significant issues. You must ensure that your voice is adequately edited to avoid problems with reused content. Understanding copyright, how to protect it, and how to navigate it correctly is crucial to avoid legal issues. There have been creators with millions of subscribers, whose channels were terminated after violating policy guidelines. I plan to make a separate video dedicated to copyright, as it's a vast and complex topic. Knowing a little about copyright is important to safeguard your channel, though you don't need to be an expert. Moreover, YouTube is a real business with real competition. If you can't manage your competitors, they will outshine you. As you grow, you'll notice that competitors are producing better videos. To stay ahead, you must stay current with trends and establish your identity. Many creators who have been in the game for over 5 years are struggling because of new editing trends. If you don't adapt, you'll get left behind. If you're uncertain about how to boost returning views, generate fresh ones, or comprehend metrics like CTR, RPM, and CPM, it's like you're wandering through a dense jungle without a map, with a lion named YouTube lurking, ready to pounce. To achieve good rankings, you essentially need 3 things: a title, keywords, and a thumbnail. Learning how to properly read YouTube analytics is crucial to tracking and improving your SEO by yourself. Without understanding your analytics, you won't grasp your audience, and the algorithm won't be in your favor. I'll also consider making a video on crafting the right title and description, but only if there's enough interest. Specifically, if I get 1,000 comments, I'll begin working on it. But if you think you've learned everything and met all the criteria for your channel, only to apply for monetization and get rejected by YouTube, it could be because you aren't fully aware of the platform's policies and guidelines. According to YouTube's latest policy, your channel must have at least 500 subscribers and 3,000 watch hours. And monetization methods like merchandise bring in very little revenue. If your primary income source shuts down, you won't have alternative revenue streams. YouTube rolled out these new policies to retain its creators after TikTok lowered its standards, aiming to prevent creators from migrating to TikTok. You might believe that a viral short will lead to channel monetization, but the earnings from shorts are minimal. Even getting millions of views on your shorts doesn't guarantee significant revenue. Making content go viral is easier than making a duff go viral, but YouTube has misled you here, causing wasted time and effort. If your goal is to go viral, shorts can be effective, but if you're aiming to build a long-term career on YouTube, shorts might not be the best path. Moreover, with the rise of AI trends, YouTube has issued several policies regarding AI, but nowhere has it banned the use of AI-generated voices. As long as you're not cloning someone else's voice, using an AI voice generator to create content is acceptable. However, if you clone an AI voice and present it as your own in a video, that's where problems arise. Similarly, using AI to edit voice content is fine, but if you take someone else's content, modify it with AI, and then upload it, that could lead to major issues. You must ensure your voice is edited sufficiently to avoid issues with reused content. Understanding copyright, protecting it, and handling it correctly is essential to avoid legal trouble. Some creators with millions of subscribers have had their channels shut down for violating policy guidelines. I plan to make a separate video focused on copyright, as it's a vast and complex subject. Having some knowledge about copyright is crucial to protecting your channel, though you don't need to be an expert. Furthermore, YouTube is a legitimate business with competition. If you can't manage your competitors, they will outshine you. As you grow, you'll notice that competitors are producing better videos. To stay ahead, you need to stay up to date with trends and establish your own identity. Many creators who have been in the game for over 5 years are struggling due to new editing trends. If you don't adapt, you'll fall behind. I understand that editing is being used to explain things, but I couldn't detect it, and because of this, smaller channels are gaining views. This has led to increased competition among smaller channels as well, where you don't need to do anything extraordinary to grow. It could be something small, your way of speaking, your script, or editing like mine, but if it's done well and no one else is doing it, you'll stand out. To stay ahead of the competition, you need to do what big creators can't due to constraints, but small creators can do effortlessly. Engaging. In 2024, every creator understands the value of their audience, which is why they engage with them regularly. That's why I do live streams. However, if you make the mistake of ignoring these aspects, your dream of becoming a YouTube star will remain just that, a dream. Engage with your audience within a minute. You can have a call with them, interact through DMs, comments, or live sessions. I still message people, talk to them, and they see me as a friend. Even today, I reply to 20 or 30 messages before bed. If you start managing your channel this way, your workload will begin to increase. And now you know everything, like you should open YouTube, keep watching your videos, and by 2025,